Today, I want to be completely honest with you about one thing. PetSum Global V2 gives players a massive amount of diamonds right from the start, and most people are spending them completely the wrong way. In today's video, I'll share the entire strategy I've put together so you don't have to learn the same expensive lesson that many other players already have. Of course, I'm sharing this based on my experience from playing many different games and also from my experience with version 1. Even though I haven't played version 2 as much, I know these principles will still be very helpful for you. And I think I'll also start playing this game more seriously so I can make more videos for you in the future. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. And if you haven't downloaded the game yet, I've left the download link in the comments section. Go check it out. There are a lot of rewards for new players. First, let's look at the bigger picture. PetSum Global V2 is a Pokemon collection idle RPG. And one of the unique things about this version is that the game gives you a significant stockpile of diamonds as soon as you start. This is the developer's way of letting you experience more of the game's content early on. But because of that, many new players feel rich and start spending without any plan. That is the first mistake and often the last mistake they make before getting left behind by other players. So what should you spend your diamonds on? I would divide it into 3 clear categories. Things you absolutely must buy, things that are worth considering as investments, and things you should never spend diamonds on. Let's start with the number 1 priority category, things you must buy every single day without skipping, not even once. The first one is stamina. This is the most important core resource in the entire game. Every major activity consumes stamina. Stage sweeping, resource farming, character progression, and unlocking new features. If you run out of stamina, you're basically standing still while other players continue moving forward every day. The game allows you to purchase additional stamina with diamonds each day, with a limited number of purchases available, and you should always buy the maximum amount. I'm not saying if possible, I'm saying it's mandatory. This is the highest ROI investment in the game, and every diamond spent on stamina directly converts into faster progression every single day. The second item in this category is arena tickets. The arena system in PetSum Global V2 is not just a place to compare power levels. It's also an extremely important source of passive resources. Your arena ranking determines the rewards you receive every evening, and those rewards accumulate day after day, week after week. Players who maintain a high rank gain access to stronger materials, stronger Pokemon, and an ever-growing advantage over lower-ranked players. Buying extra arena tickets with diamonds every day helps you stay competitive and prevents you from being pushed down by players who are putting in more effort. On top of that, there are also participation rewards based on the number of arena battles you complete, which makes arena tickets valuable even if you're not strong enough to defeat your opponents consistently. Now let's move on to the second category, smart investments that require a clear strategy before you spend your diamonds. The first thing I want to talk about is limited tokens during rate-up events. This is where you need to pay the closest attention. When the game runs rate-up events for top-tier Pokemon, such as Origin Dialga, Zamazenta, or Wings Necrozma, these are opportunities you should not miss. These Pokemon did not become some of the strongest team carries in the game by accident. They are designed to do things that regular Pokemon simply cannot do. A rate-up event means the chances of obtaining these Pokemon are significantly higher than normal, and this is the only time you should consider spending diamonds on summon tickets. Save up your resources, wait for the right event, and then invest heavily. That is how players who truly understand the game approach it. Another important investment is breakthrough stones. These materials are required to push your Pokemon beyond their normal level limits, and they are usually quite scarce if you rely only on natural farming. However, the rule here is simple. Only buy them when the shop offers at least a 50% discount. The game frequently runs hot sale promotions in the weekly and monthly shops, and those are the ideal times to buy them at the best value. Never pay full price. If you do, you're effectively spending twice as many diamonds as players who are patient enough to wait for a sale. In this category, I also want to mention investing in your Pokemon's stats. The Friendship IV, EV, Chip, and other progression systems in PetSum Global V2 directly affect your Pokemon's real combat performance. Spending diamonds to improve these systems is a one-time investment that provides permanent value. I recommend doing this early because having multiple strong Pokemon without properly developing these systems means you're leaving a lot of their potential unused. Here's a small but very useful tip. If you're severely lacking breakthrough materials or gold and you've hit a progression wall, I consider spending diamonds to purchase one or two extra resets for high-level resource dungeons each day. This is not something you need to do every day, but when you're at a critical stage of progression, it can be a reasonable way to break through a bottleneck instead of waiting several days for resources to accumulate naturally. Now for the most important part of this video, what you should never do with your diamonds. I want to emphasize this section because this is where most new players make their biggest mistakes, and I've seen it happen countless times. Mistake number one, and by far the biggest mistake, using diamonds on standard summons. I understand the temptation. You have diamonds, the summon button is right there, and you want to test your luck. But this is a trap. The chances of getting an S Plus or SS Pokemon from standard summons are extremely low, and the game already gives you an SS selection box at the beginning. You do not need to hunt for a new SS Pokemon. You need to invest in the SS Pokemon the game already gave you and develop it to its maximum potential. Every time you spend diamonds on standard summons, you are trading a valuable resource for a tiny chance at something worthwhile. Don't do it. Mistake number two, buying basic materials from the shop when there is no discount. Many low-tier and mid-tier materials can be farmed through normal gameplay. There is no reason to spend diamonds on things you can obtain for free if you're willing to put in a little time. Only consider buying materials when the shop offers a hot sale with a significant discount. And there is one more thing I want to add from personal experience. Don't let FOMO, fear of missing out, control your decisions. The game will constantly present you with banners, events, and special offers that look incredibly tempting. But not every event is actually important for your account. Always ask yourself a simple question. Does this Pokemon or material truly benefit my current team? If you're not sure, keep your diamonds and wait for a better opportunity. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you found this analysis helpful, leave a comment and let me know how you're currently spending your diamonds. I'd love to hear other players' experiences and see if there are strategies I haven't tried yet. I'll see you in the next video.